The smartest people I know that do not trade and then they come to trade, they lose the most amount of money. It's not because they're bad at math. It's because of the things I'm going to explain about here in this video. My name is Dinesh. I'm the owner of FinTrade Master Academy, and I've been teaching over 400 professionals how to trade like the institutions do and make over 20% month over month. And yes, that is a real figure that has happened. If you want, go look at another video of mine of me explaining how we actually do that. Without further ado, I have my marker, I have my whiteboard. Let's dive into the video. I'm going to talk about a couple different things here as to why the smartest people that I know, when they get into trading, they lose so much money. The first thing is quite simple. They overthink / complicate things. Now, I know as to why, because they're smart in whatever they do for work or their business or whatever it may be. So they have all these fancy formulas, all these fancy spreadsheets, all these fancy things to grow their business or to grow their project or to complete their project with their job or, complete their business revenue goals for the month and quarters. Here in trading, you can't do that because you have time limits, you have time constraints. So what does that mean? That means you need to stop doing that and do less. Why? Because less equals more. Less is more. Now, why I say less is more is because when you are in trading, you have a certain time window that you can actually trade and do things. Whereas if you're building a business or working on a project, you can work Sunday to Sunday, nights and weekends, mornings before work, and et cetera, et cetera. Whereas trading, you can't do that. What do I mean by that? Let's break it down, right? There's something called sessions, right? And when you're trading, you have NY, you have London, and then you have a bunch of other sessions, right? So let's pick one of these. For example, we're going to do New York. So that's about 9:30 to 5 p.m. That's a.m. right there, and that's p.m., right? Monday through Friday. Don't mind my handwriting. I know it's a bunch of chicken scratch, but we'll get there right there, right? So Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5 p.m. That's your window to trade. Now, another video, another topic, you shouldn't be trading all that long. You should be trading about 30 minutes to an hour a day, and that's it. But my point is that how are you going to cram so much stuff in 1 hour? You can't. Less is more. So by doing the bare minimum in trading, that means you're going to yield a bigger return. By overcomplicating and overthinking things, you're going to lose more money. Now, it leads me to my second thing here. My second thing is quite interesting because I see this in a lot of smart individuals, right? Because a lot of smart individuals are always doing this number 2, which is they're super analytical, right? And I probably spelt this wrong, but you get the point. What do I mean by that? In trading, you can't be super analytical because you're going to lose so much money. But in business and in your project that you're working for your job, being analytical actually makes you more money because you can analyze certain things. Yes, it may slow down production, conversation around the day, but point is I'm making is that if you're analytical at what you do for work, you're probably helping the company make more money and make safer investments. Whereas here in trading, you can't do that. And I see this happen all the time with smart people. They have so many of these things called indicators, right? Indicators. I can't speak and spell at the same time, it seems like, right? There's so many indicators. The amount of times I hop on a call with somebody that wants to learn about what we do and how we do things, and I ask them what their whole system looks like. They're like, oh, I got the VIX, I got the VWAP, I got the moving average, I got the RSI, I got the MACD, I got all these things, and you can't even read their chart. And they're like, oh, I see this pattern here, I see this here, I see this here. It's like, dude, you're overanalyzing. Like, that's so crazy. Like, just figure out where price is at right now, anticipate where it's going to go based off of certain strategies and move forward. But people that are super smart overanalyze and are too analytical and they fill up their charts with indicators. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're somebody that's watching this and you have a lot of indicators, I can promise you're losing a crap ton of money. I'll promise you that. Well, we can compare P&Ls. My P&L will show that I'm 81% win rate. Your P&L will show that maybe you're about 40 to 30% win rate. And if you want to debate me on that, debate me in the comments about it. But point I'm making is that if you're over analytical in trading and with too many indicators, you're losing a lot of money. And on top of that, if you're over analyzing, you're too analytical, you also lose on entries. Why? Because if you're sitting there wondering and thinking, should I get into this trade now? By then, the trade already went and it's gone and it's not coming back, right? So you lost out on entry. So what does that mean? That means you're probably going to get in late based off of FOMO, which you're now doing what? Breaking your trading rules. And then when you lose money, you'll be like, oh, I should have done this, should have done that. And then you're going to try to do it again, but then you're going to repeat the same habit of being over analytical, right? So being over analytical is very detrimental to your trading journey, and it's going to hurt you so much, right? So that's the second reason why smart people are losing a crap ton of money in the markets. Now, it brings me to my third one. The third one, and I'm sure this is going to hit a lot of you people, is something that everybody has, but smart people have it more. If you know what I'm talking about, pause the video and put it in the comments. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to put it right here. E-G-O. Ego. Your ego is not your amigo, right? You cannot have an ego in trading because the charts and markets do not give a crap about your feelings or what you think you know. And by having an ego, you're not allowing proper information to come in. The amount of times I hop on a call with somebody and they're like, oh, show me what you got. It's like, no, bro, why? No, like I'm the one teaching you. I'm the one that's going to help you get where you need to get to. So put your ego aside, understand that you suck at trading and that's why you're here trying to learn more, and actually put on your learning cap, right? People who have an ego have a hard time learning new things, right? And I guarantee you, if you're someone that's watching this and you're saying, no, I don't, that's your ego, because you definitely do. Because I had an ego, and I'm talking from experience here, right? I had an ego before, and it was hard for me to learn new concepts and understand how trading actually is. So you have a hard time learning, and when someone tries to teach you something new, you get mad because it's like, that's not how I want to do things. So it's like, I don't care how you want to do things, nor does the market. The market moves in one specific direction, in one specific way, and that's how you need to trade it. If you do it in a different way, well, then you're going to lose a lot of money. And then on top of that, with an ego, if you lose money one day, you are then going to start building bad habits by revenge trading, right? Because your ego can't take a loss. Somebody who has a high ego takes everything personally, right? They're not open to constructive criticism. They're not open to putting everything they thought they knew was right when in reality it's wrong to the side and learning a new strategy and a new concept, right? So you need to put your ego aside if you really want to be a profitable trader. Now that leads me to my fourth and final thing when it comes to smart individuals. The fourth and final thing is about becoming a profitable trader, and the smartest people do not understand this. That becoming profitable, making money, you do not need a good IQ. Believe it or not, some of the not intelligent people that I know that actually trade make the most amount of money because they don't know what is what. And they're literally following a strategy, following a system, following rules, right? You don't need a high IQ. Actually, having a high IQ will do what? Overcomplicate things. Overcomplicates. I'm just spelling it as fast as I can. Overcomplicate things, right? Cause you to have analysis paralysis. I'm just going to do an analysis P, right? And then a high IQ is also going to have you question everything, right? Now, tell me, how can you be profitable if you're experiencing these traits? Overcomplicating things, analysis paralysis, and questioning everything. If you do that, you won't ever make money in the charts. And that's why people that I know that are in trading that have lower IQs than other individuals, they make the most money because they're not overcomplicating things. They're like, all right, here's where I get in. Cool, I'm in. This is where I get out. Awesome, made money. Or, hey, this is where I lose money. Oh, okay, lost money. They're so detached from the outcome because they're not overanalyzing things. They're not overcomplicating things, right? So if you're super smart with a high IQ, I need you to really listen to the four things that I just broke down here for you. Because if you can just switch these things, right, and implement it into your trading, I promise you're going to see an overnight change. Don't overanalyze, don't overcomplicate. Put your ego aside, because your ego is not your amigo, and understand you don't need to have a high IQ to be good at trading. So my name is Nesh. I'm the owner of FinTrade Master Academy. I teach these exact concepts and way more inside of my academy. And it's not some guru BS course. It's a true academy that generates true results of helping investors like yourself generate 20% returns month over month. The day I'm recording this video, this morning, I made 12%. If you don't believe me, just go to my Instagram. You'll see my P&L and my highlight reels. Cool. Well, I'll see you in another video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.